Hey, yeah, so this walkthrough, this is the second one I've done. So I'm just here in my home studio setup with my Adam monitors and my high-tech video equipment. This track is by The Wounded Gods, which is a solo project by a pal of mine who I've been working with for over a year now, and we've got a good bunch of tracks in the can, and more to come. Really varied style. This one started off as a bass riff, which I'm going to play now. This in a second. It's a real kind of dirty, simple bass riff that was played. I think I played it, but it was done real quick, one take, and then we chopped it up into loops so that a lot of this track is all loop based. So yeah, the bass riff, it's kind of a funk pop song, very much inspired by Prince and some of the 80s stuff. The original drum groove came from this Teenage Engineering PO12, really noisy, brittle, glitchy thing. The drums, which are a real prominent element. I mean, I'm going to play, this is the vibe. Yeah, there's lots of drum elements that have all been layered, an 808 kick, a 909 snare, a Linn drum snare, lots of claps, real claps, fake claps, all kind of squashed together into this like drum groove, quite snappy. And then, you know, a bit of percussion in there. Some nice funk guitar there, which is played by a friend of Damien's. So yeah, it's a trick that Prince used to do. You slow the track down to half speed, record guitars along to it, and then pitch them up. Everything kind of goes in super fast motion. Now, I want to look at the vocals, if I find those.
Open the doors to your mind. Let me take a look.
Got a high falsetto, octave up, and then 2 or 3 layered vocals underneath the main vocal in the same register, so it's giving it a double tracked feel, bit of echo.
Love to see how you think. Read your thoughts like a book.
Put some widening on that. It's a little bit of modulation because I wanted to give it a bit of a sheen and an interesting kind of pop sound. It kind of cuts through the mix. Pretty funky. And then there's some guitars in there that are like, there's lots of guitars that are doing different things, but this is like this, a real crushed, fuzzy distortion guitar. It's adding texture. In the bass as well, while I'm here, there's actually the bass guitar. Sorry, I should look at the camera. And then there's a double-tracked Korg monologue synth bass in there, which is a bit like a Moog bass, but I filtered out a lot of the low ends, and then it's stereo, so it kind of gives a width and texture to the bass. It's a bit more synthy. And then it just accentuates those hits and makes them jump out. It did end up being quite synth heavy, this track. Yeah, and that in context is we're doing a lot of these synths just really fast in one take, just having fun, and then just blending them in. Really, it's a very vibey track. So you know, just get the synth out. You can hear that. I'll play again. That's the double speed kind of guitar. So that's the second verse. And then when we get to the latter part of the track, we felt it needed a break from this groove and take the vocal away, and then we did end up adding on probably 5 or 6 different synths. There's an organ, there's a normal kind of organ, then there's a high spaced out synth, that's double tracked, or it's got stereo reverb with modulation. There's a Korg lead in there, which is just really like unaffected, dry. But when you play it gives that spacey sound more definition, and that's right down the middle with the organ as well. And there's a couple of OP1s, so all these synths kind of blend. And then guitars, there's a couple of tracks here of sort of spacey delay guitar. And they're quite low in the mix actually, sort of adding the texture that only a guitar really can add. All together. Oh yeah, the OP1s come in on that second time round, so they're doing a counter melody, which is a sort of floaty thing. A bit like X-Files soundtrack. Okay, they just blend in really when you can. So really, it's just to give movement within the chords, and the vocal is real hard-hitting, loud. We've got whisper vocals in there, there's harmony, backing harmonies with myself and Damien doing some layered harmonies. It's all going on. Then it has an outro section, so we're down to just... There's a guitar solo in there, I can't work out where it is. Yeah, we ended up doing like a kind of... Oh yeah, Prince guitar it's called. I think this is it. Yeah. Some more synths coming at the end. I have no idea what synth that was. I think it might have been a Roland of some kind. Spaced out delay. And then this funk guitar. So underpinning the whole thing is this. So yeah, but that's kind of the walkthrough of this track. There's a lot going on in it, and I really wanted just to kind of break down the elements so you could hear how a track like this is formed. And it did all happen in the studio when we were working together. We had a rough idea of what we were going for, but as with everything, you just start layering things on, adding and then subtracting. It's a really great track. It's on Spotify by Wounded Gods. It's called Ghost. Go and check it out, and thanks for watching.